Makoko is a neighborhood or localized community across a third mainland bridge located on the coast of mainland Lagos. A third of the community is built on stilts along the lagoon and the rest is on the land. The community has a diverse and colorful history and was established when fishermen from nearby Togo and the Republic of Benin settled there about a century ago. Like much of Lagos, it is highly multicultural. Conversations on the floating slum are usually in a language which is a peculiar medley of Yoruba, French, and the Egun, a dialect in Badagry. The settlement lacks basic social amenities such as electricity, schools, and healthcare clinics. The residents lack sufficient sanitation. Communal latrines are shared by about 15 households, and wastewater, excreta, kitchen waste, and polythene bags go straight into the water. There are two ways to get potable water. The first is to buy from vendors, and the second is to fill up plastic jerry cans from large plastic tanks that are situated at different points in the settlement. In July 2012, the Lagos state government, under the governorship of Babatunde Raji Fashola, ordered that the stilt on the Iwaya Makoko waterfront be demolished, and dozens of stilts were demolished within 72 hours of notice to the residents. Nearly 3,000 people lost their homes to the demolition exercise. 2 months after the partial demolition, a civic housing affiliate known as the Urban Spaces Innovation developed a regeneration plan for Makoko that would bring the community together with academics, non-profits, and international consultants. The plan was submitted to the Lagos State Ministry of Urban and Physical Planning in January 2014. Since the announcement, there has been no news on the fate of inhabitants of the Makoko people in connection with the plan. Education, electricity, and flow of business are major challenges faced by the Makoko people. Education is a tool to promote lasting peace and prosperity. However, as basic as this tool is, kids in this community do not have access to quality education. Schooling at L'École Française, where French is used to teach all subjects, is dependent on whether or not a parent can afford 50 naira daily or 100 naira for examination per pupil. These funds are put together and shared among teachers at the end of the day. Now, this means that the child's access to schooling activities for the day depends on the 50 naira, which is equivalent to $0.13 US, way less than $1 US. Speaking with the principal of the school, he stated the ordeals and challenges he is faced with.
The school fees. Here we are collecting 50 naira from them every day. Now that money with the way we collect, where we gather to pay my colleague, that is my teachers, and the rest is my own.
In business, day-to-day activities in Makoko takes place on water's surface, buying and selling inclusive. We spoke with a few persons on the rate of patronage and life as business owners. They had these to say.
And in this our environment here, this is what we will sell here. We have some other people that sell rice, fish, meat, other things. But here we deal with fabrics. So some people will paddle their canoe, come here, they will come down, enter to the shop, then they select whatever they want.
Mi de so o ti ju 40 ọ̀nà méjì lọ be mi ẹja yìí wọ́n bí mi sínú ẹ̀ ni. Bíbí ọmọ ẹja ni mí bí mo ṣe wà yìí. Ìyá mi gan inú ẹja ló bí mi sí. Àwọn gan ìyá wọn ló ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀. Káwọn tó wá bí mi sínú ẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́ ni.
Àti ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn sìn ó kọjá ọdún márùn-ún. A máa ná bí 200,000 tá a ti máa ṣe tí ńlá yẹn. A máa ná bí 200,000 ká tó máa ṣe náà. But ọkọ̀ irú ọkọ̀ yẹn sìn a máa fi gbé lọ sọ́sà ni. A máa fi lọ pẹja. Fisherman là wà. But àti dẹ̀ ti kọ́ iṣẹ́ eléyìí náà. A máa rí náà but iná yẹn kò save dáadáa. Iná yẹn kò save fún wa dáadáa. A máa rí náà but iná yẹn save fún wa. A máa lo generator owó epo yẹn gan-an. Ló máa ká mọ́ lára jù.
Transportation system is another system in Makoko that is solely on water, where both young and old are professionals at peddling. The amount of fare is dependent on distance covered. We also spoke randomly on the living conditions and challenges faced living in the community.
The light is not something that's standard like that, but we do manage and we use generator to operate our business.
We lack a permanent light. We don't have light, light that we have just for some hours, 2-3 hours, light is gone. So we are using generators to have lights.
The little challenges we face here is just the rainy season and the flood or something like that.
The light aspect is not okay.
As the world strives to cope with the pandemic, there were areas where people pay zero attention to COVID-19 rules. A resident lamented specifically on the need for the state government to send in personnel to educate and create more awareness on COVID-19 and other diseases.
They need real orientation. They need to be helped. The lifestyle here is not encouraging in future. I think the government needs to come around and help the youth around the place. They need empowerment to educate them more, because I don't stay around here before. I just come here last year. But what I see around here is the youth, they need to empower them educationally and give them good orientation, especially about this coronavirus issue. They are not well informed. Like, I use face masks when I'm going out. When they see me, some of them mocked me. But because I have the understanding about what the government is saying about it, I think people need to come around and educate them more.
The Makoko people have rejected the government's plan to vacate them from the settlement. Rather, appeal to the government to grant them permanent approval, saying that living on water is natural for them. Due to the media outcry and the community's protest, the Lagos State Governor, through the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, have granted the wish of the community, and that is to submit a regeneration plan developed by the Makoko waterfront communities. The regeneration plan was developed in collaboration with all 5 communities at the waterfront: Social and Economic Rights Action Center, SEREC, Fabulous Urban, Slum Upgrading Consultants, environmentalists, academics, NGOs, Lagos State ministries and parastatals, and the private sector. Submitted in 2013, the Holistic Urban Upgrading Plan looks at all facets of life and development in Makoko waterfront, including land use, housing, tourism, opportunities, economic development, tenure security, funding strategies, and institutional framework for implementation and management. Now the question is, what happens next? Fingers are crossed as to what the fate of the Makoko people will be. If the plan as a whole or in part will be considered by the Ministry of Planning and Urban Development for implementation, or does the state have any other innovative ideas to develop and upgrade Makoko community to improve their standards of living? Amidst the challenges faced by the Makoko people, ranging from electricity, quality of education, and the standard of living, of course, you'll recall that the Lagos State government already made plans to evacuate people living here. We can only hope that Lagos State government would make the right decision. For High Impact Television, God's Time David.